So welcome to episode 55 of Blind Marathon Deathworld Spidertron Percent. Yeah, things are kicking along pretty nicely. Lots of research is happening. Pollution Cloud is looking pretty happy, especially these guys, now that they're all on Production 3 modules. Yeah, the artillery range of those guys will be a nice thing to have sometime. Solar got fully built at some point, so that's pretty happy now. Do I have space that can I extend solar? Yes, by a couple of hundred. Where that side's probably done. Do I want to bring it further down? I would need radars. Do I have roboports? Yes to both. Okay. That can go there. What's this guy's range? So I could actually put another, yeah, other than that radar, I want like this one. And this is going to solve, yeah, this is going to put down another 288, which is not all of them. But you know, it's okay. I think that's where it wants to be. Yeah, looks like I lined that up well. And that's going to be in range of all of these things, and actually it's exactly to the edge of the range for all of those things. So that's fine. What else shall we do? What was I looking at? I think I was looking at this wall and thinking that putting the artillery train over here is going to be a good move. And we're getting the range upgrade coming through now, so we've got tracks, we've got signals, we got all the things we need. So let's take this train. Oh, I got a blockage again. Cool. What's blocked up? Is it the cop? Is it the? Oh, it's going to be this because of gas again, isn't it? I probably don't want to assign more than 3 trains to this thing. How many trains do the green ships have? Many. Okay. Because the green ships are actually done. Okay, sure. What am I? So it is straight up just gas then. Gas is the thing that I need to make these red ships. Oh no, that's pushing through at the rate that it can. Okay, so I just need to make these builds bigger, probably by beaconing them, which I don't really feel like doing. Not right now. Okay, let's go over here. That's the first of the big researches. I guess we hope that there's enough purple buffered to get something done. 4.3k. There is a decent amount of purple buffered to get something done, so that's cool. And this buffer also hasn't gone down, so it doesn't look like we are... Like, it looks like the rate of military science production might almost line up with usage, which would be nice. How much space science do I have left? I've got about 1,000 left plus what's on the belt, but I also want a lot of LDS to be making Spidertrons with. Do these guys need? Maybe they do. Let's put that back, and that's also going to be the gas shortage, isn't it? Oh well. Things we will deal with later. How can I get? I think I can do something like a bit silly like this. So now this one can come down here, and I can run across the tracks because I'm fast. That's all pretty ugly, but it's also fine. And then yeah, that's about where we want it to be, isn't it? Is that kind of... Yeah, that's where we want it to be. So this train can now sit down here. And it's going to do a bit of a shuffle, but that's okay. You want to go a little bit further forwards. There you go. And now you can just go and shell a bunch of things. Let's not stand in front of the lasers while I'm shelling the expansion bases. So what am I able to take out? I'm able to clip that one barely. And I could take about half of it off if I put another train station up here, which I might just sit in this one for a while, given that nothing is mining here yet. I'm sure. Am I out of power poles? Is solar out of power poles again? No, not yet. Okay. It must be complaining about not having bots available. Something's getting attacked. It's fine. Showing all of these things. These guys getting angry. The other thing that struck me is I've got a bunch of these things that I don't need. So let's just get rid of all of these turrets that were only here to be sacrificed if they got attacked. But at this point, kinda don't even matter. We'll have fewer blinking things. Some of these might have bullets in them. I don't think any of those had bullets in them, did they? Which is, fine. Oh, these are the ones with bullets in them. That's also just fine. They won't be doing anything with them anyway. Yeah, let's just... This is a thing I could have done much earlier. Is just continuing on a quest of having fewer blinking things. And these... Are these guys? Yeah, these guys are the same. Some of these have bullets in them, which will take the small number of bots quite a while, but also what else are they doing? Let's also get rid of these guys, because they don't need to be there. Artillery train has done its business. Cool. The next thing I was going to do with the range bonus was go back here again, because these guys are still attacking me, so let's do that. Oh. Let's see these guys wander in and attack, and everything's fine. It's all very normal. Are these... This is probably an attack from shelling that base. And they've still got... Oh yeah, there's occasional smalls in there. That's probably because... Like, I don't think I'm spawning any smalls at this point, but the way it works is things you previously spawned will stay on the map until they get killed, and everything new that spawns will be of whatever distribution. Yeah, 70% of everything new that spawns will be mediums. So yeah, that's completely fine. Do I have a box somewhere that I can check how many? It's still got over 1,000 repair packs. It's completely fine. Okay, let's take... This is all stuff I could have been doing while I was driving over here, but whatever. Yeah. I should take that guy some more turbines at some point as well. Are there other... Yeah, I guess I just don't care about these at this point. Like, we're at the point where we do not need to... Like, there was a point where I was considering automating those turrets purely for sacrificial purposes, but I don't really need to do that now. Are these guys still in... These guys are still in roboport range, aren't they? They can all go away. I've still got yellow ammo things. Sure. I guess I could do it. I think those are still on all in that roboport range. Cool. Yeah, so now I've got those 2 bases in range. So these guys are going to do some work again, which is nice. Like, I'm mildly concerned about all these trains being stopped, and also those trains being blocked when they were, but also research is still going at like all of the labs, so it's fine. Are these guys done now? Oh, they're shelling that island as well. That's not something I saw coming, but is not unexpected. Let's swing down here then, next, I guess. Or even here? Or I might build myself a nice little thing over here. Oh, you're losing robots. You got a lot of robots, it's fine. Let's get rid of these things, because we don't need any of them. And highlights the fact that this has actually got no laser defense on this side of it at all, but it's still fine. Let's get rid of these ghosts. Some of them require work, but I've also got enough bots to not really care about this stuff. Should I do the same one? Did I have a coal outpost as well? Things I don't need. Yeah, sure. I don't think any of those had bullets in them. Where is the other coal outpost? Yeah, it's fine. It's back over here. Yeah. Get rid of all the things I don't need. They did still have yellow ammo. Sure. Okay, so that's doing a thing. Do I need to be bringing more coal back here? The answer is no, it's fine. And I think one of these trains is going to the new one anyway. Yeah, it's fine. That's all sorted. Making the red chips other than... Oh no, so I'm back here. This one is on the throughput speed issue. Yeah, power's still fine. Where was I going next? I decided that after having shelled that stuff, I was contemplating going over here to shell this stuff, but I actually decided that I was going to have... Yeah, a little thing down here. Do I have a landfill with me? No, no meaningful amount of landfill. That's fine. I was also going to take turbines to the nuclear thing. I mean, presumably I'm using green chips at some rate somewhere. I'm just super short of red chips. Do I have enough blue chips? I'm now short on blue chips. Oh well. All of these things are pretty much okay. I'm not really concerned by any of them. Let's get rid of those things as well. Oh wow, there's a number of these things here that I'm not super surprised to have run out, because this patch was always going to be struggling. But let's tidy those up a bit as well. Both of those, it looks like. And this one. Oh, these are also in the main rubber network now, aren't they? So that one's not done. That one is. So these are all the things that I take out at this point are going to end up back in the main storage, which is kind of nice. So, sure. Yeah, that's the main base. Okay, what was I doing here? I wanted, while I'm blocking all of the trains coming through this section, can I get a train line through here, just for a little bit of extra range? The answer would appear to be yes. I guess I'm going to see how far I can get those 20 units of landfill. Actually turned out to be semi-relevant. Okay, because now we can have... Let's go that way. Do that. Like so. And this train can now wander around here. And I've got... Yeah, I'll be able to shell quite a few things here. This will be good. Manual, that goes away. Yeah, so all of these bases are going to disappear. Oh, there's a decent sized attack coming in, it's fine. Then I reckon I should probably park back here, because I'll probably be able to get a decent number of these things as well. And this wasn't really supposed to be about a series about artillery, but it's also just completely fine. We are handling things. Which of the resources am I low at in the main base? Gas still. which is not really a surprise. That is the thing I've been low on for a while. Something got killed, and whatever. Oh, now I am short of green science. Green science because belt? Because iron? Okay, that's not really something that I super anticipated, but I can actually help the science in a very small way by doing some of this nonsense. Because all of this is belt that I won't need, that would now just get recycled back into the science. Which is, you know, mildly unexpected. I mean, I could just reconfigure that as well, it's all a bit of a mess. So this guy's done all its work, which is cool. These guys are going to do the same thing, we'll check them out in a moment, but first we're going to drive ourselves back over here. I mean, I probably could be doing all of that artillery work with stations, with, like, inactivity triggers. Probably artillery trains look at inactivity as a schedule constraint, but it's also just, you know, fine. Some of these landmines are getting used. Not all of them, but, you know, whatever. And we're down to not very many blinking things. Oh, these blinking things. Do I care about those? I don't think I care about those either. These guns are just not useful at this point. And yeah, this is... Why are you out of light oil? Oh wow, okay. That's kind of important. How did that happen? How also did I not notice that until this point? So if you guys have never been doing anything, and the lasers have not had to do much because they're only just getting polluted now. Okay, sure. Net cost of that mistake, basically 0. So yeah, we're down to only 15 blinking things. Okay, this might actually be a thing that persists in a number of other places. Actually, no, it doesn't, because these ones have fuel. So the only one that was going to be like that, that's the only place that it goes. Let's check the other end. These guys are clearly fine. Yep. Okay, nice. Manual. Because I can show large portions of these bases. Cool. And I can show bits of this base. Actually, if I visited this station, I can probably shell another part of this base and a bit of that base as well. So maybe we do that in a bit. 40 shells left. How are things doing over here? Steel, we got a lot of steel. We could turn the solar back on, but I kind of don't need it. Yeah, being short of belt was not a situation I expected to find myself in. 54 hours into a marathon Deathworld. Okay, these guys are doing some attacks. I've still got quite a lot of shelling to do over here. I mean, artillery is a reasonably expensive weapon system as far as things go, especially on expensive mode with... Like, plastic isn't more important, or isn't more expensive, but the red chips are, which doesn't really matter, but the steel is. Also, given that my current shortage is gas, that I keep whining about, and that's the thing that I'm currently short of, and also turning more of into plastic. But you know, it'll be fine. Logibots doing their things. That's how it works. That's pretty safe. Artillery trains doing their things. Almost run out of ammunition. Okay. How much ammunition? How much artillery ammunition do I have sitting around? Another 48 in each of those, and then these two should have been requesting 10 each. Not that one. These two. Yeah. Multiple things were destroyed. Some of them are just bots standing in the fire, of which they still have a decent amount. So whatever. And that looks like that's done. So let's take this to the other station in a long roundabout way that I don't really care about. It'll be fine. And then when we get a bit closer, we'll send that other train back to the light oil. Are all the train stations being used at the moment? Yeah, this one is probably also going to have a couple more exhausted miners that we can just get rid of and then turn up at some point and put them somewhere else, although there are no real plans to do that at the moment either. That one's run out fine. Where did this train go? This train, just like go and fill yourself up. And actually, the other one that should recharge as well is this one, even though it's fine because we just put a bunch more flamethrowers onto the network, so they will have taken some out. But overall, yeah, I don't have bots there that would reorganize all of this, but also I'm not really struggling for copper at the moment. What's in range of this one? Okay, so this entire base, most of this one, and that little expansion. But I'm probably going to run out of ammunition before that happens. So apparently, this is... Let's just do a thing to get that out of the way. You can have another signal there. And that way you're out of the main line, even while I'm just shelling stuff. Even though I could probably go forwards a little bit and not lose any range. And yeah, that's pretty sensible. Only a small number of these things left, which is kind of okay. I guess I don't need this many bots. And I don't need that one either. That's so much wall, you guys don't need that much wall, never mind. One of these is out, and the other's out. So that's cool. So let's go back here. And we'll come back with some more shells. That's pretty sensible, because we can take out a couple more of these things here. Yeah, all that got good stuff done. I think I was also contemplating, can I fit yes would seem to be that answer. Okay, I can put another train thing over here and shell that stuff, so that's cool. That's doing everything it needs to. Okay, while that's loading and manufacturing more... Oh, these guys aren't even getting enough iron to make more rockets, even though I wanted more rockets. So what am I short on now? Am I short on iron for sticks? This is the base iron train, and they are all at... Oh no, that's going to be... Yeah, this is one of the things that I was wondering about before. With the green ship stopped, this one has nowhere place to go. Okay, so let's just bring this one back to the smelt face. Empty cargo, go here instead. Yeah, that was some of the train blocking that I was wondering about, whether or not it would happen. And we've now also got 4 trains assigned to the smelt face thing, but it's also... Let's assume that's not a problem and just like see if it is maybe later. In the time of, like, while those guys are manufacturing the rest of the things that I wanted to take a bunch more of these guys. Do I have, I think I still have, like, a fairly large number of, yeah, cogs over here that don't need to exist. Can I pick up that entire thing? I can. Many more pipes than I need to exist. Sure. So those can all do that. That's also many more cogs than I need to exist. And then, was the same also true of copper? Kind of, yes. Because I don't need nearly that much stuff anymore, given that I'm kind of down to the last few instances of the stuff. But these can all go in here. Can I do that without filling up all the request spots that I need for the other materials? And the answer looks to be yes. I could also just handcraft a bunch of those. Let's do that as well. That will also get rid of some of the copper that I've got sitting around. Then I also want to take some, this stuff. 12 more, sure. And that's used up almost all the cogs I had, and you can have the rest of the cogs, and then I've got some pipes. Yeah, that's exactly what that was supposed to do. Okay. Take all these things. I've still not figured out how many tanks I want, but also tanks are, I mean, not super cheap given that I'm looking at iron shortages everywhere, but it's fine. It'll be fine. And go here. I will actually need more medium power poles for this plan as well. Medium power poles, maybe some big power poles, maybe some more pipe. I should probably also get landfill, because I still haven't figured out exactly how much I want, like exactly how many turbines and nuclear things I want, but like whatever, it'll be fine. So we're going to do it run up here. Decent number of turbines, decent number of tanks. I still have rubber ports on me, I believe. So we're going to do that. Meanwhile, this has a decent number of shells again, so we'll just send it back. Where did I have it? Back here. Can do that. Research is taking away, which is kind of the other reason why we're up here, because these guys have things I want. Have a bunch of turbines, have a bunch of tanks, have a bunch of these power poles, of which you guys already had many. Okay, because I'm kind of well organized like that. Then I think I was doing this stuff myself because it's still just faster. Sorry, fish. And I haven't thought about how much I'm extending that, but apparently I'm extending it that much, and it's fine. All these steam tanks are still full. But if I do that, those will line up. How much more? I do not have nearly enough landfill. But I wanted to put like another this much on this side, for which I need significantly more landfill. But I can at least start with some of that, and then one of these guys can go here. And all of that is within bot building range. So that's cool. So we've now got much bigger peak capacity for all of those things. He might need some more fuel. Let's grab all of these things and let's give, like, you might need some, and then let's leave 2 stacks in each of these things, so I can kick off the Cover-X again if I want to, with the bad way I'm doing Cover-X. And otherwise I've just got a lot of fission materials. That's got more than I need of that. Do I have any? I don't really care about upgrading those things at this point. And yeah, that's going to be fine for a long while. Okay, let's take all this stuff back to this part of the base, and also check on how. I think I need to move that oil train again. Just like do that loop thing. And then this one will need to be set to manual again. And yeah, this can go away. And I should now be able to shell the rest of the space and then another section of that base. So this is all going pretty well. I don't actually need that much rocket fuel from you. Oh wait, and I had wood. Okay, fine. I guess let's put some of this general storage back, because that's going to be a thing. And now I can pick this guy up, and now I can give it back most of its rocket fuel. Do I want to take... Does solar have everything it needs? Solar looks like it's just fine. Like, I don't think I need to worry about that at all at this point. There's another 500 things over there, and it has leftover power poles, so that's fine. And yeah, I checked that a while ago, and I'm not going to bother doing it again. How close are we on research? We're actually low on yellow research at this point. Okay, so kind of happy that we've been low on several different kinds of research in the same episode. Suggests that, in fact, we're kind of balanced. Let's take these things away from the RCUs that I'm not launching anyway, and just do like something like that. How many RCUs do I have? And actually, I want to do something like that. That was more than I needed, wasn't it? Never mind. Multiple items destroyed at once. Good job, guys. You're getting better at things. I mean, I'm still winning, but it's fine. Those guys are fine. Yeah, so we've now got RCUs in the storage network. We've now got fissile material in the network, and then the one I wanted to do was that one, because now these guys are, that's again so many more than I need, because all of those chests used to be smaller. Sure, let's do like that. Okay, I already have lots of those. So I guess I see if I can reduce the size of this buffer as well, because I just don't need it to be that big. And the answer is I might actually have quite a lot of these already. Let's put these rocket things in here, because, you know, why not? Still waiting on LDS. LDS is all full. Yeah, okay, so because of the blue chips thing, because it ran out of blue chips. But I've also run out of... Yeah, this looks like it's a gas transient again. Because I've got no speed modules for RCUs. But that's also completely fine. I've got a lot of those. Okay, so all of that LDS is going to be in the network, which is cool because I'm going to use it. What am I waiting on building? Train tracks. That's where I'm building on train tracks. Okay. Did I call the artillery train back? No. Is it done? Yes. 77 is a decent number. Okay. Come back here briefly. Research is going. So where... The other thing I need to do is figure out where I'm going to put... Let's put it over here. This is... Yeah, because the thing I can do now, with that piece of tech arriving, those ones don't need to exist either, is I can make nuclear weapons, which is cool. We're going to do something with that. I guess we kick it into Spidertron? This is kind of the last of the things that I needed. These other things take many more satellites to launch, of which I do actually have the materials, but the thing is Spidertron itself takes a decent chunk of low density structure. So I kind of want to save the low density structure. I do need to make exoskeletons though. I have not made exoskeletons yet. But I think the first thing to do is figure out a decent pattern, don't like that one, of making a lot of new weapons. Is that in the right place? It's not in the right place, is it? Because if I have several of these are not in the right place. Because if I do this thing, yeah, nuclear weapons. 10, let's get you up to 50, and let's get you up to like also 50, I guess, and let's get you up to 100. And then these guys can just, you know, start manufacturing the useful things. And by useful I mean war crimes. Let's put another one of these over. I can do that again in a bit. Put one of those over there. And now we will have like a much larger war crimes machine. I am making... Oh yeah, I've still got all these explosives. I don't want those explosives, and I kind of don't want these explosives either. And that's fine. And, you know, mini logistics bots are happy. They have things to do now. This is going to chew through the RCUs, isn't it? Because each of these things takes 10 rocket control units. Which is also kind of why I had them banked up. Like, each of those chests is about 50 nuclear rockets each, not including these chests, which is, you know, a silly amount of stuff. We'll come back to that in a bit. I think the last thing we'll do on this episode is we'll go and build... Let's just flip that back to manual for a moment so that these things load. Yeah, we'll go over... We'll wander up here, we'll put down this rail. Do I still have rail? I still have rail. I will need more rail to get back in here somehow. Yeah, like so. But these guys are now full, which is cool. I can get in here, I can drive this thing all the way over there. So yeah, we're getting really close to all the stuff now. We are researching Spidertron with a decent amount of yellow coming through. We are making artillery. We have already made like nearly 20 nuclear weapons, which is, you know, a ridiculous amount. But you know, I've got all of that fissile material. You know, sure. One's here. One here, because that needs to be double-sided. Let's do that. That's probably more than I needed. Yeah, so now we've got this nice little section, and this train can pull up over here. Is that going to be... Oh yeah, there's going to be a lot of range on a lot of things that I like. Yeah, several of these bases are about to have a bad day. And I could actually, if I pushed this rail all the way over here, I could also shell like a big... I'm already going to shell a big chunk of these bases. Okay, fine. Oh, they don't have laser support. Am I okay with that? Let's find out. I mean, I'm also right here, so I've got my personal laser support if I need to. It's probably completely fine. I have beacons. I don't have speed modules, otherwise I'd just probably casually throw some of those down over here, because, you know, that's a thing I can do. Yeah. These guys continuing to nearly not exist. You got 100, I've got some more, and I'm going back to the base so I can pick up some more at the moment anyway. You've got a lot of repair packs. Yeah, that's all pretty fine. Things are fine here, provided you're the dude inside the walls with all the guns. Things are not great if you are one of the beings that is outside the walls receiving all the guns. Yeah. This is pretty quiet for a Deathworld as far as things go. Getting another rail line over here would be quite good as well. How would I do that? I would go around. I would have to dodge through this bit of the solar. Probably still viable. Does it matter? Probably not. Are there more resource patches that I want? There's some oil, some more iron. Copper was the thing I found, because copper was the thing that I actually really needed for launching more rockets. And no more copper. Interesting. Are these guys trying to attack me? They were probably trying to attack me. This is quite a small group. This is going to go badly for them. Most of them are dead before the fire even arrived. How many? Okay, so we're still only 40% through the amount of shells I can fire in this instance, and there's just like another base that's, you know, quietly disappearing, or like loudly disappearing. You know, if an artillery shell explodes in a forest and no one is left alive to hear it, did it make a sound? Those kind of not especially zen moments. This one is also fine. Yeah. So these artillery shells have done everything they're going to. They've done everything they're going to. So yeah, there's a couple of attacks dribbling in, and we're researching Spidertron, and we've got some more artillery range and made some new modular weapons. I should check on that minefield just quickly as well. But I think we're pretty much done for this round. Checking on this minefield. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, they actually came at me again, but it's still fine. They've got lasers, which are doing quite a lot of damage now. Yeah. I mean, another artillery kind of station thing over there might help. But overall, the base isn't even complaining about anything it needs to build stuff, which is a bit wild. What should you be bringing? Oh, you should be bringing steel. Steel is kind of fine. All the steel that is smelting, could be smelting, is smelting. Yeah, things are just short on yellow again. So I probably went through all those blue chips, which is probably red chips because gas. Oh no, it's red chips because those things are full. Okay, so that will be the last thing we address this episode. And I think we're just going to do the same thing we did last time of just like get rid of this, take these things out. Yeah, take that off. These had also, yeah, okay, so this is one of the disasters of doing this thing. Because I was kind of short of plastic and kind of short of red chips, that led to me being kind of short of blue chips, which meant that the drone parts weren't being used, which means they built up on the belt, which means that I got fewer red chips. And yeah, this is all just, I wanted some of those anyway because I had used up all my personal bot supply, or at least given them to someone else. Yeah, so that's a fun little failure mode. And do I actually want... Is there a way that I can get more of these I mean, I could land full of stuff and have more space, which I kind of don't care about. I could also just do something like that will ensure that actually none of this belt moves and everything just goes in here for a while. But also that's fine, because the only thing that really matters is, like, having cut the lubricant, these guys are going to stop producing. Let's do that. That's, I mean, going to cause me problems in ways that I kind of won't mind later on. So yeah, stuff's happening. How many nuclear weapons have I made in the last hour? 107. Yeah, we're gonna have. It's gonna look different in a bit. Why are these guys not balanced out? Let's go and do that. Is that one going to be powered? Yes. Yeah, good times. Lots of things happening. Lots of progress. Research happened. Walls are pretty happy, especially for a Marathon Deathworld. Some bases got shelled. Where is the next lump of territory that I'm going to claim once I've got all the Spidertron things online? Never mind. We'll deal with that. We'll deal with that later. Did the nuclear get everything done that it needed to? And it is on grid, and it's completely inactive because it's probably daytime. That wasn't what I wanted at all. I wanted this one. Yeah, things are. Yeah, this last day, everything was taken care of by the solar panel, and the steam turbines did nothing. Okay, cool. I have dramatically overestimated the amount of power the space needed, but it's fine. Things are pretty good. We're progressing.